Hi Pisces, welcome to your love reading for April 2020. This is going to be the love reading for couples, exes, and singles. Remember, this is a general reading. If you would like me to look into your personal situation, just go to my website, channeledguidance.com, and I'll put a link down below. Let's go ahead and begin. Okay, if you're already in a relationship and you are a couple, then this is your reading. Now, these two cards right here, they did jump. I put them back in the deck. I kept shuffling and they both jumped again together. So I definitely want to show you these two cards. We have the Devil and we have the Three of Rings, which is the Three of Pentacles. So the Devil can represent the sign of Capricorn, but I mean, seeing both of these cards together, I feel like there could be a lot of effort for the sign of Pisces where you're trying desperately maybe to hold on to a relationship. I feel like there could be a lot of fear as far as, am I doing enough to keep this marriage together? Am I doing enough to keep this relationship together? Is everything that I'm doing worth it? The Devil does represent a lot of fear, a lot of negativity. It could be also that you're trying maybe to keep a kind of a toxic relationship together. Remember, these cards were just jumping cards. Let's go ahead and put them back in here in different places. And let's start your reading. Pisces couples for April 2020. You have the Two of Wands. Pisces couples, April 2020. Seven of Cups. Pisces couples for April 2020. King of Swords. Pisces couples, April 2020. Six of Rings, which is the Six of Pentacles. Pisces couples for April 2020. The Lovers. Pisces couples for April 2020. The High Priestess. Pisces couples for April 2020. Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. Pisces couples for April 2020. Believe it or not, here it is again for the third time. Double. Pisces couples for April 2020. And the Nine of Rings, which is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, what's the most important thing that Pisces couples need to hear about their relationship, their love life for April 2020? The message that you have, wow, is the Queen of Swords. So you do have the King here. So this can represent your partner. This would be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can also be you, Pisces, if you have a moon or rising and an air sign. So I'll come back to this card in a minute and see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's go ahead and take a look to see what you have going on here. And again, I did kind of, change the reading a little bit because I want to focus more on like, how is this going to apply for those of you where you're already together? This is not about an ex. This is not about a new relationship. This is just for those of you who are already coupled. You're married, you're living together, you're dating, you have a relationship. This is your reading. Let me kind of take a look here. Because, the first thing that really stands out is that you have the Devil. And again, this is the third time that this card has come up for Pisces couples because it jumped out of the deck once. And then it jumped out again, and here it is again. So, the universe wants you to see this card. Again, the Devil can represent the sign of Capricorn, but it also represents a lot of negativity, a lot of fear, an unhealthy relationship, a toxic relationship. So make sure that you're not kind of in that kind of energy, and if you are, that you're doing something to change that situation. I do see a lot of confusion in April for Pisces couples. You have the Seven of Cups. I feel like, there could be a lack of clarity as far as like, where is this relationship going? Am I going to be able to hold on to this relationship? Because that's something that I saw with the two jumping cards. You do have the Lovers right in the center of the reading. So this tells me that there is still, that strong connection with your partner. The Lovers means that you really want to hold on to this relationship. This is a relationship that you really want. The Lovers also represents the sign of Gemini. I feel like some of you, you have the Two of Wands here. You have the Two of Wands, and to me, the Two of Wands is a card of waiting. There is, a delay here. So I feel like the sign of Pisces, again, for those of you where you're coupled, you could be waiting maybe as far as like, maybe you're making a decision about your relationship or your marriage, or someone, your partner is maybe you're waiting for them to make a decision. Remember, the Seven of Cups also represents confusion, lack of clarity. Like you don't know where you stand. And so either you're the one, against a general reading, so I'm not sure if it's you or your partner. I just see here that someone is waiting and that there's a lot of confusion for Pisces couples, a lot of confusion and kind of a lack of clarity. Like somebody doesn't know what they want. But that said, there is a strong relationship here. There could also be a decision that has to be made as far as, if there's a third party, who are they going to be with? Who's going to be chosen? As far as you, getting what you deserve, which is the Six of Rings here, the Six of Pentacles. As far as you getting what you deserve from this relationship, many of you, you already know. You already know what you have to do. You have the High Priestess here, which is telling you trust your intuition. If you really feel like you're in a toxic relationship, then your intuition is kind of screaming at you that maybe you need to rethink things, that you need to leave. I mean, we have the Prince of Swords here, which is, again, this is the Knight of Swords. So, I mean, there could be a lot of, to me, the Knight of Swords represents a lot of unexpected changes, things changing very quickly. And again, this is with the Devil and the Nine of Pentacles. So, I mean, this is what's important because this is a jumping card now. 3 times we've seen this. So for those of you where maybe there is a lot of negativity in a relationship, maybe you feel this is becoming a toxic relationship, or, there's a lot of negativity in a marriage. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of pessimism. I feel like you could really turn this around. I feel like this is for you because the Prince of Swords is saying things could change very quickly, but this is about you. You have the Nine of Pentacles, which this is about your self-worth, your self-love. This is you putting yourself first. So I feel like your situation could change dramatically as far as perhaps, a very unhealthy relationship or, a marriage that seems to be going in a very negative direction. As soon as you put yourself first, which, I mean, it could be maybe that you're putting your foot down in a relationship that it's becoming very toxic, things can change very quickly for you. Again, you have the Knight of Swords here. Okay, let me get a few more. Pisces couples for April 2020. You've got the Nine of Wands. Pisces couples for April 2020. The Five of Rings, which is the Five of Pentacles. Pisces couples for April 2020. And the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, I just feel for this, again, for those of you where you're already in a relationship, there's fear. I mean, this is why the Devil has come up now 3 times. I feel like there's something going on in the month of April. I mean, I hate to say this, but this is what I have pulled. That's why I pull my cards live. I don't have them set up before the readings. I want you to see me shuffling and pulling them here. Well, I shuffle the cards before the reading, but I always pull them live. I mean, what I see here is I see you kind of very paranoid, very protective of yourself in the month of April. You're very kind of fearful, perhaps, again, of losing a relationship. There's confusion maybe as far as, are you going to be chosen? I feel like you've been waiting for someone. There is unhappiness here. We have the Five of Pentacles, which this is feeling very lonely, abandoned, kind of left out in the cold. Some of you, I mean, you could be looking at this relationship in the month of April, kind of wondering, like, is this how I truly want to live? You could be questioning how somebody is treating you. Then I see you in the month of April here, like, you're putting yourself first. So if you have been in a very kind of toxic relationship, or you've been in a relationship where somebody has you waiting, like, I don't know if I want to be with you, or I don't know if I want to stay married to you, and there's been a lack of clarity as far as like where you stand with the Seven of Cups, a lot of confusion. Some of you could really kind of be deciding that I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm not waiting for you anymore. And I see you here with the Page of Pentacles. I see you kind of looking maybe at the reasons why you are unhappy, or looking at a relationship very carefully, a marriage where this person has maybe literally abandoned you and just kind of walked out of your life. But again, some of you you're afraid maybe of losing a relationship. Trust your intuition. If your intuition is telling you that it's time for you to move on, then you definitely need to go with that. Let me get a few more cards from the confirmation deck. Let's see what else comes up there. Okay, let's just kind of move things around here. Okay, what else does a sign of Pisces need to hear as far as couples for April 2020? Yeah, I mean, look at this. We've got the Three of Swords. Pisces couples for April 2020. Five of Swords. Pisces couples for April 2020. And Justice. What's the most important thing that Pisces couples need to hear about their relationship for April 2020? Nine of Wands. That card is already here. So, I mean, this is your repeat message for the month of April. So some of you could be feeling like very, very protective of your relationship. You could be maybe, I mean, I feel like you could be very afraid that this could be the end. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, these are the cards that I have pulled. You also have, I mean, here we have the Three of Swords. I mean, this is painful energy. The Three of Swords does represent, I mean, this is the breakup card, the divorce card. Some of you could be very afraid maybe that your relationship is going to result in a breakup, or you feel that you might get divorced. I mean, there's definitely heartache here with the Three of Swords. We also have the Five of Swords, which does represent sabotage. This represents negative energy. It's like the devil, and they're both here. So I feel that for Pisces couples, yeah, I mean, there's something very challenging here for the month of April. We've got the Justice card. The Justice can represent a sign of Libra. This also means that something is very unfair to you. I mean, I feel for the sign of Pisces, again, for couples, this is not exes. This is not for those of you who are single. You're in a relationship. That's why I've kind of broken up the reading. I feel like I need to do things like this from now on, so that, you know, it can't be like, well, if you're single, or, you know, this could be about your ex. No, this is not about your ex. This is about the person you're currently in a relationship with. I mean, I feel like there is something, like, definitely a red flag here. There's definitely a red flag for the sign of Pisces. I mean, the sign of Pisces is very intuitive. I mean, you're one of the most psychic signs in the zodiac, if not the most psychic. If someone is being unfair to you in the way of perhaps being unfaithful, if you're being done wrong, you will know it. I feel like you're going to have a very strong feeling. Your intuition is going to be screaming at you that something is not right here. And that's perhaps what's going on here, that you're looking at a relationship. You're looking at someone's behavior very carefully and thinking like something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. And it could be maybe that you've been waiting to see, you know, you've been confused about somebody's behavior. You've been confused as far as what's going on in your relationship. I mean, I feel that you know, regardless of what's going on, maybe you already know what's going on and you really want to hold on to this relationship. But I feel that some of you could, in the month of April, you could be saying, you know, enough is enough. There could be, you know, very unexpected change here with this Prince of Swords right next to the Devil, where you're finally kind of putting yourself first. You're putting your foot down. And you may be telling someone who has, again, been very unfair to you, someone who has been kind of dragging you through the mud, you know, enough is enough. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the X spread. Again, this spread is specifically for those of you where you're inquiring about an X. Let's see what comes up for you. Pisces and their X for April 2020. You have the Four of Wands. Pisces and their X for April 2020. Ace of Wands. Pisces and their X for April 2020. Ten of Pentacles. Pisces and their X for April 2020. Got Death. Pisces and their X for April 2020. Eight of Pentacles. Pisces and their X for April. Seven of Wands. Pisces and their X for April. Queen of Cups. Pisces and their X for April. Ten of Wands. Okay, this card here, and we have the Fool. Okay, so let's stop here. Let's see what you have going on. So you definitely have a better reading than the couples. Because, I mean, I feel like that was a really tough reading, and it seemed like almost every card was challenging. That's why I felt like I had to break up the reading, because if you're inquiring about an ex, this actually looks, you know, pretty good. And if I had done that reading, and it would have maybe, for those of you where you want an ex back, it would have made you think you did not stand a chance, when really that was for couples. So I'm glad I made that decision for you. As far as your ex, again, this is for those of you where you want to reconnect with an ex, you want your ex back. Maybe you don't want them back. Perhaps you shouldn't be watching this if you don't want them back, because I do see a relationship. Let's just start here. You have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, this is telling you that there can still be a new beginning for this relationship. And I especially like this card for exes because this is a clean slate. This means that you don't start over with all the same nonsense. It's actually a clean slate, a fresh start for you. And again, this is surrounded by relationship energy. You have the Four of Wands. I mean, this is commitment. This is stability. This is a relationship that is on a firm foundation. This is something that can lead to marriage. This is a marriage card. This also is a card of marriage, commitment, and stability. So there can still be a new beginning there. You do have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is telling you that, yes, I mean, you do have a chance as far as a new beginning with your ex for the month of April. But there is, you know, there is something that has to be said here with the Seven of Wands. This is standing your ground. You have to be firm, especially if this is someone who has not treated you well. Maybe someone who let you down. This is you really speaking your mind, speaking your truth, being firm with them. There is a lot of work to do as far as, you know, rebuilding this relationship with your ex. But you do have death here. I mean, death can represent the sign of Scorpio. But this is, you know, a huge event. This is a huge transformation. So there can be a significant new beginning with your ex. New beginning here, new beginning here. With your energy lined up here as the Queen of Cups. The Sun of Pisces is a water sign. This is you. You also have another new beginning here, and it is a major arcana new beginning. So, I mean, if you want your ex back, there is a lot of positive energy for you in the month of April. The Fool is telling you there are no guarantees. So if things ended really badly, this is telling you that you're just going to have to trust. You have to take a giant leap of faith and trusting that this person has changed, if that's what they're telling you. This is, you know, all about having faith and trusting your intuition. Let me get a few more. Pisces and their ex for April 2020. You've got the Two of Wands. Pisces and their ex for April. Three of Cups. Pisces and their ex for April. And the Ten of Cups. So a lot of positive energy. I mean, we've got the Two of Wands here, which means that you have been waiting. The Two of Wands also represents delays. Perhaps this person has maybe been avoiding you. Perhaps there's been a delay in being able to get back together, being able to, you know, talk things through. There's been waiting here with the Two of Wands, but I also see, you know, a lot of happiness for you in the month of April. Again, if you want to reconnect with your ex, this is a celebration. This is you feeling overjoyed. Followed by the Ten of Cups. This is a lot of emotional energy. The Ten of Cups is a happily ever after. There could be a very happy ending to your story. So again, if you want to reconnect with an ex, there's a lot of positive energy for you for the month of April. I mean, yes, you have to really, you know, work on rebuilding this relationship. Some of you may really have to speak your mind, especially if this person let you down, because there is some heaviness here with the Ten of Wands. There could be, you know, just a heavy burden around your relationship, maybe as far as why you broke up. That's why you're being told here you're gonna have to trust, because there is some heavy energy here from the Ten of Wands. You may feel like, I don't know if I want to try this again. Maybe you've broken up and gotten back together a few times. The Ten of Wands is an energy of like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. There's a heavy burden around this relationship. But again, there's also a lot of positive energy, a lot of happiness here with the Three of Cups. Okay, let me get a few more from the confirmation deck. Pisces and their ex for April 2020. You've got the Moon. Pisces and their ex for April. You've got the Chariot. Pisces and their ex for April. And the High Priestess. So all major arcana. So there, you know, with the major arcanas coming up like this, there could be, you know, big changes for those of you where you want to reconnect with an ex, which I've already gathered that from you having the Death card. Like, everything can change dramatically if that is what you want. Of course, you are represented by the Moon. The Moon represents the sign of Pisces. This also means that, you know, there can be some confusion, some lack of clarity, maybe as far as, you know, what you really want, maybe what happened in this relationship. You may be confused about, you know, how your ex really feels about you. I mean, you do have victory here. You've got the Chariot. This can also represent the sign of Cancer. But the Chariot is giving you the green light. This is telling you, like, thumbs up as far as getting back together. Of course, you're being told here, trust your intuition. So that message is here. And it's also here with the Fool. Trust your intuition. The sign of Pisces is very intuitive. You're very psychic. So if this is a general reading, so I'm telling you, you know, the universe is giving you the green light to move forward with your ex, but you have to trust your intuition. If you feel like something is off with your ex, or you feel like they've just put you through too much, then you definitely have to trust that. But for others, I mean, there is a lot of strong energy here as far as having a true clean slate and new beginning with this person. I mean, you do have to really speak your truth here. Maybe you have to be firm with them. You have to rebuild this relationship. Some of you may be tired. You may be tired of some of the things that have happened in this relationship. But, you know, there is a lot of, again, a lot of positive energy and strong relationship energy here around this new beginning. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the single spread. Okay, Pisces, let's go ahead and take a look. For those of you who are single, let's see what is going on for you. Let's see if there is somebody new coming into your life in the month of April. Pisces singles, what messages are there for the sign of Pisces? Pisces singles. You've got the 9 of Pentacles. Pisces singles for April 2020. 7 of Cups. Pisces singles. Okay, this comes on to jump here. We've got the 4 of Swords. Pisces singles for the month of April. We've got the King of Wands. Pisces singles for April. We've got the 6 of Cups. Pisces singles for the month of April. You've got the Knight of Wands. Pisces singles for the month of April. You've got the 4 of Cups. Pisces singles for the month of April. The 8 of Cups. Pisces single for the month of April. And the Sun. Okay, so I haven't done a singles reading for a while, and I had a feeling that this was going to happen when I actually pulled the cards. You know, I felt like there's probably going to be something that comes up as far as they need to heal, and then the past, and that's exactly what we get. The 4 of Swords represents healing, that, you know, perhaps you need a timeout. Let's just kind of go through these. I mean, the first thing that you're being told here, again, if you're looking for a new relationship, maybe you've been single for a long time, maybe you just, you know, maybe you recently ended a relationship or a marriage. The message for you is that you really need to put yourself first in the month of April. The 9 of Pentacles is saying that, you know, you really, like, you need to focus on yourself, because there is some confusion here. There's a lot of emotions with the 7 of Cups. You could be in a very emotional place. You've got the 7 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the 4 of Cups. I feel like Pisces singles, like, you're in a very kind of emotional place. Some of you could even be, yeah, I mean, because you've got the 6 of Cups here with the Knight of Wands. Some of you could be eager to move on. That's just something that I'm getting from these cards. It could be maybe you recently kind of, like, again, left a relationship or a marriage. And there's like this eagerness with the Knight of Wands. It's like, let's just get on with this. I mean, I want to meet somebody new. I want to meet them now. And I mean, I feel like that's valid if you've been single for, you know, a really long time. But for those of you, and it could be that this message is for those of you where, you know, maybe you recently ended a relationship, or somebody ended a relationship with you, or a marriage, and you're just kind of like, you know, I want to forget this person, because, I mean, here's the elephant in the room, literally in the center of the reading. You got the 6 of Cups. This is the past. So the past is staring at you right smack in the face. You're right in the middle of the reading. And again, I feel like you're in a very emotional place where you're like, you want to meet somebody now. You want to be in a relationship now, but the universe is telling you not so fast. Like, you need a timeout. Perhaps you need a timeout because you need to kind of, you know, you need to find yourself again with the 9 of Pentacles. You need to kind of rediscover yourself. I feel like some of you could be in a very kind of lost place. You could be, you know, very confused as far as maybe things that have happened in the past, because it's right in the center of the reading. You have the King of Wands, which is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun or rising. It can be, perhaps, I'm going to get a confirmation card. It could be a fire sign coming into your life. But this could also tie in with the Knight of Wands, where you're just like, you're eager. Like, let's get on with this. I want to meet somebody now. I want to move on. Again, I do see the sign of Pisces, like, for those of you who are single, like, you're unhappy. And you could be in a place where you may be kind of just, I feel like this reading is for those of you where you're kind of like somewhat open to meeting somebody new. The 4 of Cups is an energy of not caring, being very unhappy and unfulfilled, because there is a need to move on here. You've got the 8 of Cups. You really need to leave something behind you. And if perhaps, you know, you're kind of moving on because you want to stop thinking about your ex, or you want to forget about things that have happened in the past, I feel like you truly, like, before you find, because there is a lot of happiness here for you. You have the Sun. There is a lot of happiness, a very happy and fulfilling relationship. This is marriage, children. This is the most positive card in the deck. It's here. But for the sign of Pisces, you're being told, like, you got to move on first. And you know, and this may be emotionally, because this is a suit of water, which represents emotions. I mean, I see you in a very emotional place. Again, 7 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, look, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 4 of Cups. I see you in a very emotional place, and some of you may be eager to move on. And the universe is saying, not so fast, because you need the time out. You need time for yourself, the 9 of Pentacles. You need time to heal. Let me get you a few more. Pisces couples, sorry, not couples. Pisces singles in April 2020. What messages? We've got King of Swords. Messages for Pisces singles for the month of April. We got the 10 of Wands. Pisces singles for April. Yeah, I mean, there's change here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. There's movement here. And you have this next to the Sun. So there is definitely somebody out there for you. We've got an air sign here. I'm going to look into both of these cards to see if this is possibly somebody new for you. There's a lot of positive energy. You know, the universe wants things to change for you. The universe is not telling you, no, you can't move on. But I just feel like some of you, you could be kind of maybe eager to move on because you want to forget the past, or you're trying to move on from an ex. They're not going to let you do that unless unless you've healed, unless you're really truly ready for a new relationship. You've got an air sign here. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can also be you if you have a moon or rising in an air sign. I just see a lot of heaviness around you. Well, this can be because, I mean, we have the King of Swords. It can be also that you're overthinking things. Because the King and the Queen of Swords, they represent someone who is just doing a lot of thinking, analyzing. Of course, if you're single and you're not meeting anybody, you can start to question why. Kind of question, maybe am I meant to be alone? So, I mean, you've got the 10 of Wands here, which means that there is, kind of a heavy burden around you. Perhaps, you've got too much on your plate. For some of you, maybe you're distracted because you have so many things going on that you don't have time to meet people. But still, there is, this is a card of destiny. Your love life will move forward. But some of you, also, you could be tired of dating. Some of you, maybe you've been single for years, and maybe you keep meeting the same kind of people over and over. The 10 of Wands just mean that you're tired. Let me get a confirmation card for the King of Swords and the King of Wands, because these are court cards. What does this King of Wands represent for the sign of Pisces? This is heartache. So, it's kind of, yeah, because this is next to the past. The Three of Swords represents heartache. This represents a breakup, a divorce. So this could actually be the energy of your ex, which, this is a reading for exes, but this is what has come up. Let me get another one. What does this King of Wands represent to the sign of Pisces? Is this their energy, or is this somebody new? Is this somebody coming into their life? No, this is not somebody new, because, look, I pulled the Three of Swords as confirmation, and then I pulled the 8 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like if this is not your ex, if you don't have an ex who is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, I feel like, again, this is that fiery energy from the Knight of Wands. They're right there, right next to each other. That you might be over-eager. The King of Wands represents taking the lead. Like, I want to see action now. A lot like the Knight of Wands, when really you're in a very difficult place here. And this could even be why you have the King of Swords. I am going to confirm this as well. Again, the Three of Swords is you're in a very heartbroken place. You may feel kind of really trapped and stuck. You want to move on. You're eager. You're eager to meet somebody new. Yeah, let me get confirmation for this King of Swords, which would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Why has the King of Swords come up for the sign of Pisces? Does this represent somebody new coming into their life? Is this their energy? What does this King of Swords represent? Temperance. So Temperance, this is kind of a card of patience, keep everything in balance. Let me get another one. What does this King of Swords represent for the sign of Pisces as far as meeting somebody new? Whoa. Okay, so I just pulled the Queen of Swords, which, that is significant because, this is, now we've got the King and the Queen of Swords. So there is strong air sign energy around you. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. This very well could be somebody new. With Temperance here, this is kind of, it all ties in with everything that we've been talking about here. Temperance is about healing. Perhaps, you need to be ready to meet this person. Because they actually came up here with the wheel. So there's movement around your love life. Somebody new wants to come in. You've got the Sun. There's a lot of positive energy, as far as you meeting somebody in the month of April. But make sure that you're over your ex, because, there's some weird energy here. There's a lot of emotional energy. maybe some of you need a timeout before this person comes in. Temperance does mean like don't try to force things. Like don't put yourself in situations where you're trying to force a relationship to happen. There something in this reading is kind of telling me that for the sign of Pisces, if you're trying to meet somebody new, and if you feel like you're not meeting them, there is something that still has you stuck to the past. Like you're still kind of emotionally connected to the past. That's not. It's not letting you move forward. Like there's a need to really look deep here. There could be some confusion as far as why you're not meeting somebody new. Again, it's just a matter of of moving on. And this could maybe has nothing to do with maybe you contacting your ex, or maybe feel like I've not talked to them, or there's been no ex for a long time. Maybe there's a need to just kind of like make peace with the past, with memories. I mean, there's a lot of positive energy here for you. As far as finding a new relationship, there's movement that wants to come in, but I do see you in a very kind of emotional place where you may kind of feel like what, I don't care if I meet somebody new or not. I'm happy being alone, but I feel like deep down you want to meet somebody new. There's a need maybe to make peace with the past. There's just a lot of emotion here, and I also see, and it may not apply to all of you. Some of you may be over eager, like I want to move on now. I want to meet somebody now. The universe is telling you no. Like there's a need for you to keep everything in balance here. Don't try to force anything. For some of you, there could be an air sign coming in, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But you do need time to maybe find yourself again. You need time for yourself. There will be timing as far as meeting that special person. Okay, Pisces, this has been your love reading for April 2020. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.